So, this is Harvest Valley. This is by Bartonov 3, 110.47 megabyte on the download. And it says it presents you a fictional map of Harvest Valley. So, what are we talking about from a slot count perspective? If you come on Farm Manager and start from scratch, you're going to use 1,077 slots. Now, if you come on New Farmer, you're going to use 1,221. The difference between the two is going to be there's no buildings on the start farm. And it's going to look like this. So if you fancy starting with some buildings, then go on New Farmer. If not, the equipment's the same, which is ace indeed. So on the small tractors, we've got the Massey Ferguson MF6S 135. On the medium tractors, the MF8S 205 and then the 7S 155. On the large tractors, the John Deere 7R 270. On the harvesters, the New Holland CH 770. On the forestry machines, the Rotney H21D and then the Rotney F20D. On the telehandlers, the New Holland TH742 Elite. On the cars, the Lizard Pickup 2017 and the Mahindra Retriever. Then we'll come down to trailers. We've got the Crampy Big Body 750S, the Brantner Z180512XX Powerflex x2. We then got under auger wagons, the Bergman GTW 330. On the headers, the New Holland Varifeed 28 foot. On the stone pickers, the Allo Scorpio 550. On the ploughs, the Lemkin Titan 18. On the cultivators, the Lemkin Carrot 12500 KUA and the Smaragd 9500K. On the disc harrows, the Agrimaz BTC 50H. And on the power harrows, we got the HR 4040. On the seeders, the HR 6040 RCS plus BTFR 6030, the Venta 4030 and the TF 1512. On the planters, the Amazon Precia 4500 2C Super. On the rollers, the Dalbo Powerroll 1230 HD. On the fertilizer spreaders, the Amazon ZA TS 3200. On the balers, the Massey Ferguson MF RB 4160V ProTech. On the bale loaders, the Anderson RBM 2000. We come down to the last row, because we haven't finished yet, the Nardi N40BX, and then on the header trailers. On the telehandler tools, the Magsy Universal Bucket. Man, that is a ton of equipment. You've literally got stuff for everything with that, apart from a corn header. That's the only thing I can't really see at the minute, but wow indeed. I mean, that's if you wanted to come on New Farmer and then keep all the buildings but sell off the equipment, you could really get the slot count down really well. Now, there is one required mod. Now, according to the website, there's no required mods. When I downloaded the map, it didn't ask me to download any other required mods. When I went to load into the map, it did. It asked me to download the crude oil crude oil mod. Yeah, and we'll get back to that in a bit because you'll see why. So, this is your start farm and this is your map. So the start farm is centered right around the middle. You then got a bit of stuff down there, a few things dotted around, and then you've got some big square fields. To be fair, let's have a look at the prices actually. What's that one? 23. 2.1 million. Wow indeed, that's expensive. 900 grand for that one. And what's the smallest field on here? It's probably going to be like 18. 400 grand. Oh, pricey. I mean, on New Farmer, you do start with 14 and then 10, 13 and area 20. It's a bit of a wooded area. Even the start farm, 269 grand to buy. Wow, they're well expensive to buy stuff on here, but alright, it is what it is. Now, there is some new things in the shop. So if we come down to the bottom there, we have got crude oil, paraffin, kerosene, motor oil, and bearing grease. Now, obviously, all these come with the crude oil mod, which you do need to load into your game. Right, fair enough. So, the start farm, we're right here. So behind us is going to be our sleep trigger, just up there for you. And then we'll spin it around to the left, because first off, we've got this big building. So we'll open up the door like that. There we are. Obviously, most of your stuff's in there. Round the corner is your workshop trigger. Not a problem. Seen this building quite a few times. And then, interestingly, straight across the road is the Horman building. Now, I've always associated this. If you was ever to do like a role play where you're a dealer, you know, an agricultural tractor dealer, that sort of thing, you're selling that sort of stuff, I would have said that's that sort of building, but alright, okay, fair enough. Big storage building there for you. Come around here, you got your silo, so loading in and loading out just there. Then got a pigsty over here, so food goes in there. Animal dialogue box, so 270 pigs going in. No pigs already, fair enough. Come over here, you got a pallet and bale storage, 2 bunker silos next to it. And then over here, you've got a diesel tank. There we are, so that's going to hold 25,000 litres. You then got some bi-innable silos, so this one, you have got solid fertiliser. And then next door to that, you've got liquid fertiliser. Fair enough. I'm going to carry on round the back. So we've got some more animal barns, pasture pens, whatever you want to call it. So the first one, we've got some, is that sheep one? Click on that. Oh, horses. There you are. 14 horses going in there. Food goes in the front. Then next to that, we've got a sheep one. So click on that. There you are. So 65 sheep going into there. Obviously, your food goes in there. Then your pallet spawn point is just by the hatch marking area. Next to that is a chicken coop. So you've got your egg pallet spawn point just there. Down this side is your loading in point for your food and your chickens. So 360 go into there. And then spin it around, we've got our last animal building, which is going to be for your cows. Now this is the big building with the robot. 80 cows going in. So your milk taking out point there. And you can load your stuff into there if you wanted to. Straw and feed go into there if you want. If not, you can use the robot. So you chuck all your stuff in there. So you've got your hay, you've got your straw, and you've got your silage. Obviously make sure that nothing's in the way of the net coming down, because that will stop the animals from getting fed. And down this side, your slurry taking out point. And then here, it's another big building. So we'll open up that one like that. There we are. Big storage area. I mean, to be fair, the amount of equipment you start with, you do need some big storage area, because it is ridiculous, the amount of equipment. So you've got some more storage over here. And you've got another building in like that. Open up that one. Nothing in there at the minute, but plenty of space for you to expand. We'll open up that one. And you've got a workshop trigger. Yeah, that's an alright start, fam, to be fair. I mean, you've got all the animals, and you've got plenty of space. That is alright. And, right, we haven't finished yet. We've got this pond out the back. Nice little bridge going over. Oh, that's tranquil. That's a tranquil setting, that is. I like that. I like that. Right, we'll get moving on then. So, we're going to come up to this area, well, come down to this area down here. So as there is a couple of areas to do a bit of logging, and you've got some logging equipment to start with, you're going to need a sawmill. And here it is. So first up, you've got your loading in point with your Salwood icon. Production chain menu just there for you. So that's going to cost you 100 grand. We'll come around here, you've got your taking out point for your wood chips, and your taking out point, your pallet spawn point for your sawmill. Fair enough. Right, we're going to come down to this one down here. So it's going to be a sell point for you. So this is Farmer's Market. So you come around this side. I suppose you'd actually come through this way, wouldn't you? Down that road. Yeah, fair enough. Then in here, you got your solid stuff. So all your pallets get sold there. And then all your loose stuff gets chucked into the grating. Fair enough. Right, we'll come up to this one up here. This is going to be another production chain for you, because it's your BGA. Now, what you need to do with this is actually buy the land first. We're going to buy that. Number 12. Yes, 316 grand. And then we get the production chain. So behind us, first off, it's a sell point. Let's go have a little look over here. And there's no sell point here. Let's click on it, actually. What is it supposed to be? Biogas plant as a sell point. I mean, you've got a weighbridge. Not quite sure what that icon's for, mind you, but alright, okay. Once you've bought the area, obviously you've got some bunker silos just there for you. 3 of them. And then we'll come around here, you've got your digestate taken out point there. You've got another digestate taken out point, because obviously that's got an extension on it. You then got your loading in point for your slurry, your loading in point for your solid stuff, and then your production chain menu just there. It's going to do usual shenanigans on the go with that. 316 grand, that's not that bad, I suppose. I mean, the one on Elm Creek, was it 1.5 million? Alright, fair enough. Right, we'll carry on then. So we'll go back up to the map. So we're going to move on. We're going to come up to this one over here. So it's going to be another sell point for you. So this is GCHB grain elevator. So just come in, chuck all your stuff into there. Not a problem. Right, we'll move on again. We're going to come up to the top left-hand corner of the map. So up here is going to be the main area for dealing with the trains. Let's face it, because this is your train loading silo. So you've got your taking out point for your road train, truck, trailer, whatever. Loading in point just there. And I have just noticed there is some collectibles on this map. And there's one around here. I'll collect on that, yes. Grand. Thank you very much. Right, so once you've loaded it into the grain elevator, we'll come around this side. So you've got your rented train option just there. And you've got your load in and load out of the train just there. Now, where does this go, actually? Let's have a look. Goldcrest Valley. Oh, fair enough. Right, we're going to come over to this area over here. Right, so as you can probably tell from the icon, you're going to have your animal dealer down here. But first off, you've got a bale sale point just there for you. We'll spin it around. And then here is your animal dealer's production point. Buying point. Bring a trailer down here. Not a problem. And then here is a sell point. Now this is going to take all of your extra goods from the crude oil production. You're going to bring them up to there. Right, fair enough. So we're going to come over to this area over here. And as you can probably tell from that icon there, it's going to be your main vehicle shop. So you come over here. There's your main shop if you want to go through it like that. Then down the back here, it's another sell point, which is going to take all the extra stuff. Yeah, you can see it there, with different oils and whatever. Oh, fair enough. And then around here is a fuel station, so come and fill up if you don't want to use the tank. How much are they charging? £3.3? No. We'll move on quick. And over here is your vehicle workshop. If you don't want to use the one at the main farm, come down here, fix your stuff up. Then next to that is a line buy point. Interesting. There's no icon. It says line buy point on the map. Do you just come and load up? Alright, fair enough. Fair enough indeed. Right, we're going to come down to the last area down here. So this is going to be your main production area, because this is pretty much where they all are. So first up, you got a bakery. So pallet spawn point, loading in point, then production chain around there. That's going to cost you 50 grand. Then here is the crude oil production facility. So you've got your loading in point there. You've got pallet spawn point just there. And we'll come over here like that. Production chain menu. Yeah, 70 grand. We're going to buy that because we'll have a look inside. So you're going to be able to make paraffin, kerosene, motor oil, bearing grease, and you can make your own diesel. That's all right. That's all right indeed. Now, you may be thinking, where do I get the crude oil from? Well, if you go into the construction menu like that. There we are. And then when it loads, come on. There we are. That's better. So production menu and factories. If we scroll along a little bit, we've got these two here. So you've got your oil well pump that will dig it out of the ground. Then you've also got your big oil pump. So if you wanted to put barrels in from the shop, you go for the oil well. If you wanted to just take the oil out as it comes, you go for the big oil because it doesn't need any inputs. So that's where you get it from. And then transportation, if we go into the crude oil production, you've got these here. Yeah, you can transport the crude oil from your pump down to here. Jobs are good un. And there's the barrels that you need to put into the little one. Not a problem. Fair enough. Right, we'll come over here. We've got a sugar mill. So you've got your pallet spawn point just there. Production chain menu. So that's going to cost you 80 grand. And we'll sling it around the back because that's where the input's going to be for it. So just in there like that. Next door to that is going to be a oil mill, or a food oil mill, we'll call it. There you are. So 80 grand, then your loading in point, and then your pallet spawn point is just there. And then next to that is going to be your grain mill. So your pallet spawn point, loading in point, and then production chain menu is just there for you. 96 grand. I like that. That is alright. To be fair, the crude oil pack is a great mod. Something different. Obviously, you know, all over the world you are going to get these little pockets of oil that you can dig up. You know, there's certain areas like in the Middle East, there's loads of oil, like Texas and that sort of thing. Obviously, they're oil-rich areas, but now you can make oil yourself. You could become an oil-rich magnet. Are they oligarchs? I think so, anyway. Oh, I like this map. That is all right. I mean, you got everything you need to start, literally everything you need to start on the main farm. I don't think there's much else you could have. Got a few fields. Yeah, they're a little bit pricey, but once you get that oil on the go, you could really be making some serious coinage. Oh, love it. So that's your map tour done for you. Why not go treat yourself to some Andy's Farm merch? Link in the description below. And whilst you're down there, why not hit the join button? Come join us on Andy's Farm. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today. And I'll see you in the next one.